My name is Aleisha Nesbitt. I was born July 9th, 1999 at 11:58 a.m. I am the youngest of three children, and this is my life in 10. When I was younger, I remember being very happy and playing with my older brother and sister. I also remember my fourth birthday. I had it at Callaway Gardens Beach with my best friend Caitlin. A year later was my first day of school at Clubview. I had to ride the bus, and I remember my mom taking a whole bunch of pictures of me, and I was embarrassed because she wouldn't let me get on the bus, and the bus driver had to wait on her to finish taking pictures. Later that year, my bus driver actually got mad at me because I would fall asleep on the bus, and he'd have to take me back to Clubview after he had already dropped off the other school in the morning. I'd say overall, I was a good student at Clubview. I just got in trouble for talking and falling asleep in class. When I was around 8 or 9, I played a lot of different sports, such as soccer, basketball, and martial arts. Later, I became interested in acting and drama. I was in an American Girl play in third grade. Fourth grade, I was in 101 Dalmatians, and in fifth grade, I did the sound for Willy Wonka. For middle school, I went to Richards and I was in the IB program. In seventh grade, I participated in the science fair. I came in first for biochemistry on the school level, but came in second at Regions, and I was really disappointed because I thought I did way better than second place. My eighth grade year, a lot of things happened. I went to New York with my drama class, and it was really fun. It was my first time riding an airplane, and I was really scared, but the ride wasn't that bad. And when we landed and when we were about to get on the tour bus, I almost got hit by a car. We went to go see two Broadway shows, The Phantom of the Opera and Peter and the Starcatcher. At first, I thought I wasn't going to like The Phantom of the Opera, but I ended up loving it. I was also tested for the gifted program, but I wasn't accepted because they said I wasn't creative enough. After I got back from New York, I had knee surgery. I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared. I had a lot of worst case scenarios going through my head, but my nurse was very nice and reassuring. The summer between my 8th and ninth grade year was interesting to say the least. I did a lot of volunteering. I volunteered at a summer school program with my mom, and it was fun working with the kids. Another interesting thing that happened was on my family vacation. We were at a presentation for a timeshare, and we were looking at sample homes. When I later walked off looking at some different things that I was interested in, these two old ladies were just in awe of my older sister, asking her if she modeled and telling her how gorgeous she was. I didn't think too much of it, so when I was done looking, I walked back over to my mom, and that's when their attention turned to me, unfortunately. One lady was like, "Oh, she's pretty too," but you can tell she didn't mean it and she just said it out of courtesy. But the other woman was adamant that I was the smart one and repeatedly emphasized that I was only smart. I was really taken aback by it, but I just shrugged it off and I still enjoyed my vacation. Presently, I am always busy. Either I have soccer practice or a soccer game or cheerleading meeting or I have research for Model UN. And I just finished working on my HOSA competition a few weeks ago. If I'm not doing any of these things, 99% of the time I'm sleeping or listening to music. Speaking of sleeping, I sleep a lot and I am a wild sleeper. I've been accused of kicking and talking in my sleep, but I don't think it's true. I also love listening to music. When I get home after practice or a game, I listen to my favorite song, The Matrimony by Wale. It just calms me, and music just helps me relax even when I'm going through chaos. And it just helps me keep my mind focused and on one thing. One person that is really influential in my life is my older sister. She has mostly taught me how to carry myself with dignity and self respect. And if you just be quiet, you will get a lot of information. And she's just really a fun person to be around. As for my future, I think it looks pretty bright. For the immediate future, I plan on getting my driver's license in July and hopefully getting a charger and graduating from Hardaway. For the more distant future, I want to go to Clark Atlanta University. I went to visit the campus over spring break, and I just love the atmosphere of the school. After I graduate from Clark, I want to become a family marriage therapist and work for the government because I did some research and it's known that government jobs are usually better. And for the really far off future, I want to have my own family because I feel like I'm really family oriented and I just like being around family. I also want a big house because it's always been a dream of mine to have a big house with stairs so I can have people over and entertain. And I want an Escalade. That is my dream car. It would be my family car and I would just drive around in style.
If there's a question of my heart, you got it. It don't belong to anyone but you. Hey, if there's a question of my love,